Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the DRiV Update Show. I'm your host, AJ. I'm here again tonight with Todd, and 17-5 is behind us, which means the Open for 2017 is in the books.
The first ever DRiV Open is officially closed. Can't say that I'm disappointed to not be doing another workout this week, but we sure had a good time over the last 5 weeks.
Yeah, it's nice to have these weeks come. Kind of nice to see them go. You can't replicate the intensity, but it does wear on you a little bit.
It really does. It really does. Now, as we were planning this first ever DRiV Open, we had three goals for these 5 weeks. Number one, we want to have an inclusive inter-gym competition, something that everybody could take part in, everybody could be involved. We also wanted to make sure that we had participation in the Open and actually good signups on the CrossFit Games website, and not only good signups, but also participation throughout the 5 weeks. And we also wanted to have a whole lot of fun, and I think we achieved all three of those goals.
Yeah, I'd say the fun aspect was easily achieved, maybe overachieved at times. But if you came in on Friday or you did any of the workouts, surely it was a good time for you to throw down. It's a real competitive atmosphere. Thursday nights took on a life of their own.
Holy cow.
A lot of fun, some stressful moments for me. We didn't get evicted or sued that I know of.
Thank goodness.
Which is a big deal. We didn't have a helicopter. It's closer than people might have known. But all of these things, it was a fun time. It was fun to watch happen, and I think I'm already looking forward to it next year.
Yeah, absolutely. I know next year is going to be a good time. Whole thing escalated pretty quickly. I was excited the first week when we had some new athletes throwing down on Thursday night, giving it a go. But then the second week, we showed up with with livestock, a live baby goat in the gym. I should have known we were in trouble from there on out. Like AJ alluded to, there was plans of an actual helicopter landing in the field next to our building to deliver athletes for that final Open announcement. Gotta admit, I'm thankful that one didn't happen. That would have been a little out of control, I think.
Yeah, I think plans can get away from you. I was hard selling Seth, my teammate, to slide in on the zip line from on top of the building in his leisure suit. But so some plans are best gone undone, I think. But fun, with no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody had a good time over the 5 weeks. I think one of the coolest part is the fact that we had an inclusive environment. We had the majority of our members, whether they signed up online or not, were able to take part in this thing. And I would say most everybody was able to score at least 1 point for their team. Now, some really cool things as far as participation goes. We had 109 athletes actually sign up on the game's website. That's up 34% from last year, so a 34% increase year over year is pretty darn impressive. And I think what's even more impressive than that is we had 74 of those 109 athletes that completed all 5 workouts and entered them in the game or on the game's website. And we had another additional 19 athletes that only missed one of the 5 weeks. So that's over 85% of our athletes that were involved and stayed involved for all 5 weeks, man. I can't tell you how thankful I am for that and how excited I am for the participation that we had for 5 weeks.
Yeah, I think that's really cool to see. I was talking with a member tonight, and she was mentioning how she's been through several Opens, and this year she seemed to like a lot. I think it had to do with some of the format and stuff we're doing in the gym, which is really cool. But she felt like, the performance was a big deal, but she showed up every Friday, signed in. She entered every score, got every point she could for her team, and, really involved in it. I think that helped some of our numbers. That's a really cool participation.
Yeah, I think just like when Timmy B was on the show a couple weeks back, he made mention that not once had he ever heard somebody sign up and say they regretted doing so, yet he heard a number of people say they wish they'd signed up. The same rings true all year long. I've heard a number of people get to the end of this week and say, man, I really enjoyed that. I'm glad I signed up. It was a lot of fun. So I'm really happy with our first year of the DRiV Open, and I'm looking forward to what's going to come next year and the years following. I think we're going to be able to build on this. Yeah, exactly.
I think I am. All right, so let's get right into it. DRiV Cup's up for grabs, but let's talk about the people that did the most or a lot for their team. Team Blue Steel, Leanne, 12 points over the 5 weeks, which is huge. Mandy did the same thing for Team Redline, which we needed every point. that's a big deal. These guys led the way for their teams.
Yeah, Gabrielle scored 12 points for Team Black Thunder as well. And the athlete with the most points scored for her team, Aya with the Gray Goats. Can't say that I am surprised there, but really impressive. 12, 13 points over the course of 5 weeks. That means that they were here every week, means they were entering their scores, and they are actually also finishing in the top 3 of their category in this. So pretty impressive work for those 4 athletes.
All right, so week 5 totals. The Black Thunder, 42 points. That's for week 5. Red Lion, 45. The Blue Steel got 46 points in week 5. And the Gray Goats came with 56 points, and that includes 5 points for the Spirit Award.
What can I say? I expected to win the Spirit Award after Michael and I were in the studio putting together our hottest and latest track. Yeah. Of course we were going to take home the Spirit points, but more important than that, I'm excited with the amount of participation we had. 51 points, not including the 5 Spirit points. The Gray Goats brought it in week number 5. Couldn't be prouder of my team for people showing up, putting their scores in, throwing down. That was fantastic.
Yeah, good effort, and good effort by everyone. It's week 5. It's the end of this thing. Starts to sometimes lose a little bit of traction, but as we talked about earlier, not around here this year, it seems. Everyone comes, shows up, gets it in. Let's talk about who won overall.
Yeah, total scores. This one ended up being a nail-biter. Well, except for last place. We knew that the Team Red Line was a little bit behind. Unfortunately, unfortunately, they only finished with 230 points. From there, with that big push from the Gray Goats, they finished with 260 points. And what ended up happening is they tied Team Black Thunder with 260 as well. And that leads to our grand champion, the first ever winners of the DRiV Cup, at 261 points for Team Blue Steel.
I credit Aunt Tracy for the entire victory.
Man, I'll tell you what, without the drum solo, it wasn't a drum solo, without the drum line, they don't have the win. So 261 to 263 teams within 1 point. I can't say it. I could have expected it to be any closer or to be any better of a battle over the course of 5 weeks. I'm a little disappointed. I knew that the Gray Goats pushed hard for that last win, but I'm proud of our effort, and the champs are the Blue Steel.
So congratulations to Blue Steel. Well-deserved victory. A lot of hard work paid off.
Yeah, congratulations to everybody. Everybody that showed up, threw down, pushed their limits, set a new PR, earned their first, whatever it was. What a great year. This is what the Open's all about. That is why I love the Open, and more importantly, that's why I love the Open here at DRiV Fitness.
Yeah, ditto. All right, so for Todd, I'm AJ. Until next time, we will see you in the gym.
He's
off and say
ditto?
next time, or did he say
He did say ditto.
Do you want to say?
Believe it or don't, he said ditto. Yeah,
All right.
we're good
You don't
enough.
like
You got
my
enough.
ditto? Fuck
That's
off.
fantastic. We gotta get the hell out of here.